is God? Who is God? To me, that's changed over my lifetime. From being a child in New Jersey, and I remember is being told by my Hebrew school teacher, I'll never forget her shadel, and I grew up in a traditional synagogue. And she told us that if we didn't say the Shema before we went to sleep at night, we might not wake up the next morning. So I actually grew up with a fearful belief in God. As I got older, as a teenager, probably age 15, I sort of checked out of organized religion, certainly organized Judaism, and my relationship with God shifted to one where I really wasn't sure. More of, I guess, an agnostic approach. Went to engineering school, and if I couldn't put my arms around it, if it didn't fit in an equation, I just couldn't believe in it. But I knew there was something larger and bigger than me that created the universe. There's something that was out there. When I was 23, after I graduated, that's when I had what I call my dark night of the soul, and went on a spiritual quest. And it was at that time that I discovered the belief in a higher being more in the Eastern tradition, Taoism, Hinduism, Buddhism, and then when my discovery of Kabbalah, which brought me back to Judaism and all that mystical aspect, was where I realized that God, to me, was really an experience. I mean, I couldn't possibly know God, but I believe I can experience the presence of God. And it reminds me in the Torah, when Moses wants to see God's face, and God says, "You can't see my face and live, but you can see my back." And that sort of speaks, I think, to where I was at that point in my life, where I can't know God, but I can see the results of God, hence the seeing God's back. And so now, to me, my belief is more that I can see the experience of God in everything that there is in life, from the experience of feeling of love, both for friends, for family, for my wife, my children, as well as what it feels like when people do good things for me and when I do good things for people. I guess what I really believe is God is an interdependent relationship with man, myself in particular, and that I can be God's physical hands in the universe, in the world, not the universe, but here on earth. Like, God can't do things here, but I, as a human being, you as a human being, or anybody else, that we can be God's hands in the physical world.